This is one of the strictest Thousand Trails. If you've never been here before, you will want to know that it starts exactly at 12 o'clock, and they will not let you in before they will turn you around. So they have a golf cart at the front leading you in, and then all the people that have been waiting will come through.
Welcome back, Edel Campers. I'm Fred.
And I'm Mary. We explore, experience, and educate.
Because it's not too late to believe in Jesus.
That's the truth.
And here come the ones coming from the left now. I can cross over.
As you're coming into Thousand Trails Orlando, be very careful. The sign is hard to see as you're coming in to turn right into the park. It's blocked by the trees from the apartments next door, so pay attention to your GPS. But they are
Going to come in through this gate here, right past the Welcome Thousand Trails Orlando We Are Family sign, and they will let them through, and they will guide them to the tennis court where you will park, and someone will escort you to your site. Let's go check that out. And they do still give you choices, so they'll show you a few spots and you can still choose where you want to go. So that's really good. Fred actually really loves this system.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Starting to drink early. It's coffee.
Off Gulf Street, we have a pretty big space, especially since Bullwinkle is not here and we have Rocky only. There's plenty of room for us. So we just backed up. We did our first outing as boondocking. This outing we actually have full hookups. It does have 50, 30, and 15 amps if you need them. We do have the Hughes Auto Former that we have with our old coach. We saved it. Probably a good thing because we do use it on Rocky. We are hooked up to city water here. We also have our gray tank for our sink hooked up. Fred put a hose and it is going into this water bag. And there's our electric plug, and we have outlets outside, and he is currently charging his e-bike. Well, this is how we've been getting around. Now what is interesting is we have our sewer hose because we do have a shower inside her, and it is on the other side of our rig. Of course, our step stool, because we need to be able to unclamp our top and let it up and down, or our permanent stairs that we use to get up and down. And there's a little home. I like it better because we do spend more time outside in the smaller rig, where in Bullwinkle I feel like we stay in there a little bit longer because it's just bigger, it's more spacious. Here we sit outside more. I definitely grill every night. I do use a stove inside, but grilling the meat is much easier out here. I do love all the wildlife that we see as we're camping along the trails. The breeze in here is amazing. We ran the air conditioner all day yesterday, and I think it's nicer in here with just the air breeze. And here's the kitchen. We have a cabinet and a bar. And of course our Berkey. I don't go anywhere without a Berkey. I love our Berkey. So you saw the installation of the lagoon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Love the way it gives you more room in here with the table. And it's work area.
It's the emergency tool bag. And I have this articulated mount. I'm not sure which one goes up and which one goes down. Guess it doesn't matter.
I think it does matter.
Well, let me read you directions. There are none. Okay.
Little iPad mount. It's definitely much smaller than the big TV that was in here. But we don't watch a lot of TV. So
it's not exactly a Vesa mount. Look, nothing to it.
Now, if we just had a remote for it, Fred, can you produce a remote? Just teasing.
I wish Apple would make one.
I know, Apple should make a remote
I wish
for the
somebody
iPads.
would make one.
You gonna come see me? Do you know where you're going? A little bit of bacon going on there. Gonna have some eggs. French press pot of coffee. So breakfast is served from
A rocky breakfast.
I love Rocky because you definitely do spend more time outside, don't you, Fred?
I do. And the sun is blazing. We got some storm clouds coming in. The weather report is, oh my goodness, you don't even want to know.
Fred's busy day, he put a mirror up in the bathroom. These do not come with beers. The mirror wasn't easy.
Oh my goodness, the glue, the grinding of the glass.
He didn't grind anything.
Careful placement.
But he also put up this metal piece so we could hang our knives.
How you doing? Just checking out the bathroom.
If you come in the ranger station and stay to your right, you will have A, B, C, D sections. If you hang a left, you're at E, F, G, H, I, which we are currently in. You have the getaway clubs with the cabins, the activity center. There are plenty of amenities here. They also have a nice dog park and a community garden. Have a half court, practice some basketball shots. Here you'll see your rec room, where you have outside some cool chess and checker games that you can play. They do have another basketball court over here. The trash here is centrally located right beside the clubhouse, which is pretty cool. This is a huge park, but there's only one area to bring your recycling and your trash, which I think makes it much neater and easier. Inside the ballroom, they have bingo and a stage. They rent it out for extracurricular activities. Looks like they even have movie night in here. From time to time, they have a nice big screen on the stage. They have a nice area inside the clubhouse where you can play games, do activities. One of my favorite big games, I've found them everywhere, Connect 4 and mailroom. They do collect $5 per package for their packages. They have ping pong, as well as a place to play video games, and your books and puzzles have been moved to the back. On the back wall, they have 3 rows of books, 3 shelves. You can even store the puzzles you started and come back and finish them later. Out in the big field by the clubhouse, there is a fire pit. They converted that big fire pit for gas, so if you still like a small wood fire pit, come out to Jewelfish Road, follow it all the way back to Mako, and in a field behind some cabins and a couple of RVs, there is a nice group wood fire pit for you. This is the outdoor bowling alley. You can pick up your equipment at the activity center. This is just one of the tennis courts. Then they have another set of courts I'll show you in just a second. That I think is pickleball. I may be wrong. Probably could use both courts for both, but I think one's a tennis court and one's a pickleball court. So they have pickleball courts, so I was right. One is a pickleball court, and I believe the other's a tennis court. There are many bodies of water throughout this park, which are beautiful. You're welcome to fish in any of the bodies of water or the lake in the back. However, it is a catch and release area in all places. More horseshoe pits with scoreboards. They do have shuffleboard here as well. The kids play area. There are 2 pools and a nice lanai that you can sit under to stay a little bit cooler. And they are prepping for water volleyball. If you like water volleyball, here we go. The fitness center is located right off the pool. Some treadmills, a little bike, turn on the TV. Weights in here as well. I'm gonna check back and see how that volleyball game's going.
You remember Fling, the flamingo. He's about to go in the hot tub. Calibrated recording instrument. Great technical. All right. Hot tub feels pretty good. Let's see what Fling says. 102.
Welcome to the getaway cabins. This is a cool circle that has cute cabins. Straight down Thousand Trails Boulevard is Section D. This is the section that Fred and I think is the cutest. It's older, more wood area. There are bathhouses and laundry facilities throughout the park in several different places. Inquiring minds want to know. There are 2 bathrooms and 3 stalls in here and a couple of sinks. And they are very clean in here, at least the bathhouse that I've checked out. Nice folding area. Also has washer and dryers are used on tokens. $3 to wash. 5 tokens for a heavy wash, 4 for medium, 3 for light. Token is worth $1, so $3 for a light wash. If you are looking for RV storage, there are some here. You can check for pricing at Thousand Trails Orlando. The lake is not too big, but it's big enough that you can kayak or paddleboard a little bit in it, but there are alligators in here. They have benches so that you can rest.
Memory of David.
I know. He was younger than both of us. Also a little sandy beach area for the kids to play in or on. Yeah. So there's your danger sign for alligators and snakes in this area. Here are the boats that you can rent or bring your own. They don't mind. So if you do want to take one of these boats out, you need to see the activity center staff for rental.
Hi.
So section D is our favorite because it really is what looks very Florida.
It's like living in the woods.
But there's not a whole lot of big spaces.
The rest of it's like golf course camping. Camping on a golf course.
So
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
If you come to the lake and see the boats, then the dog park is going to be to your right. And we would just walk this path right here, and you'll see a clearing out where some people play with their dogs the ball. And here is Thousand Trails Orlando Dog Park. Pretty nice, mostly sandy. Beautiful view. Sit and have a cup of coffee in the morning or an evening beverage. A different perspective of the lake. The pier. Here we have some horseshoes and bocce balls. Your miniature golf course is nicely shaded. So on a hot day, you can come here and enjoy a little activity and still feel the coolness underneath the trees. Their little community garden is called TTO Orlando Farm. We'll go in and take a look at a few of the beds. Very pretty. Here's a little flower garden. They have 2 gardens and they're full of vegetables. It looks like tomatoes, maybe some cucumbers over there, some bell peppers over here.
All right, it's time for Thousand Trails Orlando Cellular Service Report. Well, honestly, folks, if you don't have T-Mobile, you might not want to go to this park. As you can see, number 1 with a bullet at 259. Yeah, that's right. I checked it. And wasn't always that high. Sometimes it was a lot higher. It's just amazing there. Meanwhile, AT&T comes in at second at 1.11. That's right, yeah. And Verizon, 0.22. So I don't even think you can get email at those speeds. Now, the good news is Orlando is a huge park. And different places in the park, you'll get varying signal quality. So from my observations, T-Mobile's typically the best one, and AT&T and then Verizon, but certainly at different levels, just depending on where you are in the park, if you're in the older parts or if you're in the newer part. So we were in G section for this trip, and you read them and weep. So it might be time to get some T-Mobile. So in the meantime, we'll see you next time.